My name is Linda. I am an old woman. My hair is white like snow. I am very old. My hands shake when I hold a cup. I live in a small, clean room. The walls are white. Everything feels empty. The sheets are white. The silence is white. It is the color of nothing. The silence hurts me. This room is in a nursing home. It is a place for old people, people who are forgotten, people who are waiting. I am one of those people. I am waiting. I am waiting for my children. I have 3 children. My 2 sons are Liam and John. My daughter is Lucy. They were my whole life, my everything. I gave them all my dreams. They were my reason to live. Now I only have their old pictures. My dear husband Michael died 2 years ago. We were married for 50 happy years. He was the heart of our home. Without him, I am broken. When he died, the heart of my world stopped beating. Our house was so big and empty without him. The silence was so loud. Loneliness filled the rooms. I was a carpenter. I worked with my hands. My hands are rough and full of scars. These hands built a good life for my family. They worked hard every day. These hands never rested. They never stopped. They built the foundation of my children's futures. I remember Liam, my oldest son. He was a very smart boy. He loved books. His dream was to go to university. He wanted more from life. He wanted to be a lawyer. I was so proud of his big dream. But we were a simple family. We did not have a lot of money. University was very expensive. Money was always a wall. Michael and I talked about it at night. We were very worried. We did not have enough money. I told my husband, I will find a way. Our son will have his dream. I made a promise. So I took a second job. I was a carpenter during the day. At night, I worked as a security guard. It was a cold and lonely job. I worked day and night. I left home before sunrise. I came home when the moon was high in the sky. My body was tired. My back always hurt. My body was weak, but my heart was strong. I did not sleep much, but my heart was full. I was working for my son. Liam went to university. He studied very hard. 4 years later, he graduated. My sacrifice was worth it. Michael and I went to his graduation. He looked so smart and important in his black robe. We were the proudest parents in the world. He became a lawyer. I was proud. I was happy. He got a good job in a big firm. He bought a big house and a fancy car. He was a success. My tired body did not matter. My son had his dream. He had his future. I remember John, my second son. He was different from Liam. John did not like books. He was a dreamer. He had big ideas. He wanted to start his own business. He wanted freedom. He had a great idea for a small company. He was so excited. But he had no money. The banks did not want to help him. They said he was too young. Dreams need money. John was very sad. He thought his dream was over. Michael and I had a small savings account. It was our money for our old age. It was our security. It was all we had. We also had an old car. It was our only car. We had many happy memories in that car. I looked at Michael. He understood. Our son's dream was more important. We sacrificed again. I sold our car. I took all the money from our savings account. I gave it all to John. I said, "We believe in you, son. Go build your dream." I gave him everything. His business was a huge success. He became a very rich man. He was an important person in the city. My empty bank account did not matter. My son had his dream. He had his future. I gave my children everything. They took my work. They took my money. And then they took my home. I had nothing left. And I remember my Lucy, my sweet daughter. She was the sunshine in our family. She had her father's kind heart. She became a teacher. She worked with small children. She carried kindness. She did not want money. She just wanted to help people. I was so proud of her. My children were my life. My sacrifices were my happiness. They were my joy. Then my Michael died, and everything changed. The house was too quiet. I was too lonely. Loneliness filled me. My sons came to visit me. They did not stay long. They were very busy men. They looked at the old house. They looked at me. They saw a problem. They did not see their mother. An old, sad problem. Liam said, "Mom, you cannot live here alone. It is not safe." John said, "We are very busy, Mom. We cannot take care of you. They wanted me gone. We found a very nice place for you. You will have friends there." I did not want to go. This was my home. But I was tired. I did not want to be a problem. So I said yes. I gave up my home. They called it a home. It is not a home. A home is a place of love. This is just a building full of lonely old people. This is not home. They brought me here 1 year ago. They put my 2 pictures on the table. They said, "We will visit you every week, Mom." They gave me a quick cold hug, then they left. Their hugs were empty. They did not visit. They never call. They are too busy. My daughter Lucy also does not call. Maybe she has forgotten me too. I feel forgotten. So I sit in my white room. I look at the picture of my children. I am a forgotten woman. A mother who is no longer needed. I feel invisible. There is one person who is kind to me here. Her name is Jessica. She is a young nurse. She is the same age as my Lucy. It is a sweet pain in my heart to see her. She reminds me of Lucy. Jessica has a warm smile. She talks to me. She listens to my stories about Michael. She is my only friend. She sees the sadness in my eyes. She knows I am waiting. She sees my pain. One day she came into my room. I was holding the old photograph of my children. She sat next to me. She said, "Mrs. Linda, you miss them very much." Her words were true. I nodded my head. A tear rolled down my face. She said, "Maybe you should write. Tell them your feelings. Words are powerful. Hope is small, but alive." I looked at her. A small spark of hope appeared in my heart. Maybe she was right. The next day. Jessica brought me some clean paper and a new pen. The paper was white. I sat at my small table. I looked at the empty paper. Where do I start? I decided to write one long letter to all of them. I began with love. I started with Liam. I wrote, "My dear Liam, I am an old woman now. I sit in a small room, but I remember everything. I remember your graduation day. I was the proudest mother in the world. I still feel proud." Then I wrote to John. I wrote, "My dear John, I remember your big dream. I sold my car for that dream. I gave you all my savings. I was so happy for your success. I hope you are well." I gave him everything. Finally, I wrote to my Lucy. My hand was shaking. My eyes were full of tears. I wrote, "My dearest Lucy, I miss your laugh. I miss your kind heart. I am sorry for our last fight. I was a foolish, proud old woman. I love you, my daughter. I will always love you." I long for her smile. My tears fell onto the paper. The black ink started to blur. I finished the letter. I wrote, "I am just lonely. A lonely old mother now. I wait for your call. I hope you are all happy." My words were heavy. I put the letter in an envelope. Jessica mailed it for me. And then I started to wait. The waiting was a new kind of torture. It was hope. Hope can hurt. Every time the phone rang in the hallway, my heart jumped. Every time. A nurse walked past my door. I held my breath. I imagined their call. I imagined them coming to visit. I dreamed of footsteps. A week passed. The hope was still there, but it was smaller. Jessica said, "Be patient, Mrs. Linda. Patience is hard." Then, one afternoon, Jessica came into my room. She was holding her small phone. Her face was sad and angry. She said, "Mrs. Linda, I got a message. It is a message for you, from your son, Liam." My heart stopped. My heart started to beat so fast. A message! They got my letter. I said, "Read it. Jessica, please read it to me." I was shaking. She took a deep breath. She read the message in a quiet, sad voice. The message was very short. It said, "Mother, we got your letter. We are very busy with work right now. We sent some money to the nursing home. For you. Take care." Only money, not love. That was it. That was their answer. My heart felt like a cold, heavy stone. They did not want my love. They sent money. The hope inside me died. I did not want their money. I wanted my children. I wanted arms, not coins. The silence in the room was back. It was a cold silence, a dead silence. I turned my face to the white wall. My last hope was gone. I was truly a forgotten woman. I felt like dust. I just looked at the wall. My heart was empty. My soul was tired. I was ready to close my eyes forever. I was ready to go. Then I heard a soft knock on my door. I did not answer. I thought it was Jessica. I did not want to talk. I said, "Go away, please. I want to be alone." I wanted silence. But the door opened anyway. A woman stood there. The light from the hallway was behind her. I could not see her face clearly. She took a small step into my room, a shadow of hope. Then she spoke. Her voice was a soft whisper. It was a voice from my memories. It was the most beautiful sound in the world. She said one word. She said, "Mom." My heart jumped. I turned my head. From the cold, white wall, I looked at her. It was my Lucy. She was standing in my room. She was real. She was here. My daughter came. Tears ran down my face. I said, "My girl, is it really you?" She rushed to my bedside. She took my old, weak hand. She said, "Yes, Mom. It's me. I'm here now." Her hand was warm. "I am so sorry." I did not understand. Why was she sorry? I asked her, "Why did you not call, my dear?" I needed answers. Her face changed. The sadness in her eyes mixed with anger. She said, "Oh, Mom, they lied to me. They lied about everything." Her voice shook. She told me the story. She said, "I wanted to visit you many times, but I called Liam first. He told me you wanted to be alone," he said. "You were tired and did not want visitors." It was a lie. My own son said that. He built a wall between me and my daughter. She continued, "John told me the same thing. He said you were happy here. He said you did not need us anymore." My heart broke again. I believed them. I waited for your call, but the call never came. Now I understood. I was not a forgotten mother. I was a hidden mother. Hidden, not gone. My sons hid me from the one person who still loved me. Lucy stood up. Her eyes were full of fire. She said, "You are not staying here. Another night. This is a prison. I am taking you home with me." Her words gave me strength. She packed my small things. We said goodbye to Jessica. I thanked her for everything. She was the angel who saved me. We walked out of the nursing home. The sun was bright and warm. The sky felt open. I was free. I was with my daughter. We went to her house. It was a normal, happy house. Her husband welcomed me. He called me Mom. I felt wanted. And then I met my grandchildren. 2 small, beautiful children. The next few years were the happiest years of my life. I was not lonely anymore. I was a grandmother. I was a mother. I was part of a family again. I belonged again. I played in the garden with my grandchildren. I read them stories. The house was full of their laughter. It was a beautiful sound. Laughter healed me. Lucy told me she confronted her brothers. They were ashamed. They wanted to visit me now. I told my daughter, "No, it is too late. The door to my heart is closed for them." Some wounds stay closed. My name is Linda. I am an old woman. My hair is white like snow. I am very old. My hands shake when I hold a cup. I live in a small, clean room. The walls are white. Everything feels empty. The sheets are white. The silence is white. It is the color of nothing. The silence hurts me. This room is in a nursing home. It is a place for old people, people who are forgotten, people who are waiting. I am one of those people. I am waiting. I am waiting for my children. I have 3 children. My 2 sons are Liam and John. My daughter is Lucy. They were my whole life, my everything. I gave them all my dreams. They were my reason to live. Now I only have their old pictures. My dear husband Michael died 2 years ago. We were married for 50 happy years. He was the heart of our home. Without him, I am broken. When he died, the heart of my world stopped beating. Our house was so big and empty without him. The silence was so loud. Loneliness filled the rooms. I was a carpenter. I worked with my hands. My hands are rough and full of scars. These hands built a good life for my family. They worked hard every day. These hands never rested. They never stopped. They built the foundation.